Professor Bickford, could I talk to you about my paper on America's response to the Holocaust?
That's what office hours are for, Miss Redgate.
I know, but I worked really hard on this paper, and I'm a little disappointed with the grade. I think I deserve better than a B+.
Well, I don't, and that's what makes horse racing.
See, if I get anything below a 3.8, I won't be able to get into any of the top-tier law schools next year.
That's not my problem. You'll just have to do better on the final.
Okay, here's the thing. One of my stupid housemates got an A- on her paper in your class, and I know for a fact that she got it off the internet. Don't you care about that? At least I did my own work.
Yeah, and it wasn't particularly inspired. In addition to being ham-fisted and downright neuter.
I did 4 drafts before I turned it into you.
And you got a B+ on it. Now go away, Miss Redgate.
That moist sucking sound you hear is the milk of human kindness draining right out of me.
I deserved an A, you suckface!
You know, there's only one suckface around here, Miss Redgate. And it ain't me. When Schuyler looked at his life, it seemed pretty good. Good in the sense that nothing bad was happening. No one was sick, no one was dying, no one wanted him dead, as far as he knew. And yet, he couldn't care less.
Dad!
And it wouldn't really matter to him or anyone else if he was hit in the head by a falling brick. Something was wrong, and the worst part of it...
Dad, where are peanut butter?
It wasn't on the list, there's turkey.
The worst part of it was that he just didn't care. Wasn't sure he cared. No. The worst part of it was he didn't care.
Turkey's green and slimy.
Okay.
Did it really eat that?
Sure, if I close my eyes, it tastes like pizza.
All right, which one do you like? The brown or the gray?
You mean the green or the blue? The green. Why are you wearing a tie? I thought you hated ties.
I do, but there's a faculty meeting today and they're going to announce the Jaffe chair.
Is it a big deal?
Oh, sort of. It's like a promotion.
Are you gonna get it?
I don't know. I don't even know that I want it. But if they end up taking any pictures, I don't want to be the only one without a tie. Excuse me, when was the last time you washed your hair?
I took a shower yesterday.
Really? Next time, try using some shampoo.
There, Dad. I need you to sign this.
What is it?
Permission to try out for basketball.
You trying out for the team?
Yeah, all the guys are. Ben, Joe, everybody.
You know, your Uncle David played basketball at Penn. Maybe you got some of his talent.
I hope so. See you, Dad.
The one thing that Schuyler did know was right in his life was his kid. Schuyler had always surrounded himself with women. He wasn't sure why. Of course, there were the obvious reasons. They looked and smelled a whole hell of a lot better than men. But they were also more thoughtful, maybe even a little smarter than most men he knew. Most importantly,
Hi, Professor Bickford.
hi, ladies, they liked him.
Hey, Professor Bickford.
Hey, Brenda, how are you? Hey, babe.
Dad, what are you doing here?
Well, we both had 9 o'clocks this morning. I thought I'd walk you to class.
I'm not going to class. I had a leg kick last night.
Oh. Someone taking notes for you?
Don't worry about it,
Midterms
Dad.
are coming up. You don't want to fall behind.
I won't.
First semester grades are really important.
Nobody else has their father coming into their dorm room hassling them about school. This is exactly why I wanted to go to Columbia.
Well, as soon as you can afford the tuition, feel free to transfer.
Don't think I won't.
Bye. Call your brother sometime. He misses you.
Sure you're gonna get it.
I don't know.
Why wouldn't you?
Remember Eve Lamb, that separatist lesbian poet who got tenure last year?
Why would I want it?
Well, she's engaged to Bob Stout over in Bio.
Leon spared you the obvious choice.
She's not even gay. She just said so she could get tenure.
Why am I the obvious choice?
I have been in that English department way longer than she has.
Yours has more seniority.
The Jaffe chair, they're probably going to announce it this afternoon. And besides, you know what? It's not about seniority. It's about stature.
Stature. Nobody outside this place has ever heard of the Edith Pugh Jaffe chair.
The money and the research assistant would be nice.
Hey, women love it. The title, the prestige.
Speaking of the faculty meeting, has anybody seen Steve yet?
We've been trading phone calls, but no, I haven't seen him.
Can't believe he came back.
He's got tenure. Of course he came back.
Wow, who is that?
Andrea Haskell.
You know her?
She was a student of mine 15 years ago. She's at Harvard now.
You should go talk to her.
No, she wouldn't remember me.
Max!
Excuse me?
Oh my God, you really don't have any idea who I am, do you? Maxie.
Sorry.
Okay, I'll give you a hint. The last time we saw each other, you were driving me to the airport 18 months ago.
Oh my God. Steve.
Erica now.
Erica. Of course. Erica. Wow, you look great.
I'm a little nervous. I'm also really happy to be back. Happy to be happy. This was the right decision.
Good, good. I'm glad. Look, I got your message last week, but I've just been so overwhelmed.
Oh God, this isn't gonna weird you out so much you can't deal with me, is it, Max?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, I can see why some people might be upset, but...
Amazingly, no. Everybody's been really supportive. How are Josh and Graham?
They're great.
I'd really like to see them.
Well, we're gonna play squash this afternoon.
Ooh, I'd like that.
Great. Great. 3 o'clock at the North Gym.
You got it.
Okay. Sometimes Schuyler felt that maybe there were too many women in his life. All right, your Culture in the Cold War papers are due at the end of next week. Please remember that they are 40% of your grade. See you then. Miss Tavel, may I see you for a minute? What's that word?
Inchoate, sir?
It's pronounced inchoate. What is an inchoate mass, please?
I think it's large mass.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to give you an F on this paper, Miss Tavel.
What?
The person who wrote it got an A. He, however, is not in this class. I, too, am a fan of Walter Lippmann's. And while I am impressed that you were able to find such erudite source material on the internet, I'm appalled you plagiarized such huge chunks without any attribution.
Sorry.
Miss Tavel, if you want your parents to pay $100,000 for college so that you can buy papers off the internet, I can't stop you. But please don't mistake that for an education.
And the applications for the 654 freshman spaces for the class of 2005 topped 3,000 again this year. 10% of our freshmen were valedictorians, and more than half of them were in the top 25% of their classes. As usual, the young women entering Chadwick this
She's in my senior
are
seminar.
among the most accomplished.
She's a
students in
very
this country.
bright young woman.
Now, before I move on to other business, one of our own esteemed faculty has asked me if she can address this meeting. So, without further ado, Professor Erica Bettis.
Thank you.
That's Steve.
As a few of
Oh
you
my
may know,
God.
I have undergone some significant changes over the past year and a half while I was away on sabbatical in Europe.
Steve's
As
a
my
babe.
colleagues, I trust
What do you think about
you
that?
will support and accept me for who I truly am. Thank you.
Thank you, Erica. We're glad to have you back. You did just fine. As you all know, the death of Dr. Leon Hazlitt Cuff left the Edith Pugh Jaffe Chair vacant this last year. This chair was established in 1973 to recognize the work of the professor who best exemplifies a dedication to academic excellence in American studies. I'm very pleased to announce the Jaffe Chair has been awarded to Professor Andrea Haskell. everyone. Let's make this a great year.
Max.
I didn't want it. I'll see you guys later.
All right, see you, Max.
23 years I've been teaching in this department. And you give the Jaffe chair to Andrea Haskell, and I find out about it at a faculty meeting, you cowardly son of a
Sorry,
bitch.
Max, but I actually had no idea you were this passionate about it.
How old is she anyway, 35?
And I did try to tell you. I left numerous messages, but as usual, you didn't return my phone calls. Obviously, you don't read your emails because the entire department was notified of her appointment at the staff meeting, which you chose not to attend, several days ago.
Andrea Haskell.
She's highly regarded. She's already published 3 books, numerous papers.
Oh, yeah. Tail fins and back seats, America's love affair with the freaking car. She's a cheap popularizer. You can't do this to me.
Max, it's not personal.
Yes, it is.
Max, when was the last time you went to a department meeting? But frankly, if you were a little more involved with your colleagues, you'd know what was going on. You'd know that there'd been a vote.
What kind of a vote?
Tenured faculty in the department.
Yeah.
After much discussion, they decided to give the Jaffe chair to someone who could create a little excitement. We can't take our existence for granted anymore, Max. American Studies departments are on tenuous ground.
They all voted against me?
Not all, but enough.
He's not happy.
Come on, get over it.
You okay, Max?
Yeah.
What's up?
I'm gonna go for Steve.
Good game, guys.
This is totally not fair.
What?
Steve is sitting in there with a bunch of naked women.
That's because he is a naked woman.
Not until recently.
Well, if you were willing to have your penis cut off, they'd be happy to have you in there too, Josh.
All right, that's not the point. The point is that suddenly he's on the inside. He's been a man his entire life, and then snip, snip, suddenly he's a woman? How does that work?
Well, I guess he always felt like he was a woman.
No, he wasn't. He rode motorcycles, okay? He stood there and took his slashes just like the rest of us. He benches 220.
So?
So now he's this woman, this sexy, incredible woman.
And you want to sleep with him?
Yes. No. I don't know. Oh, God, I am screwed up. I still have to deal with this whole Kelly thing.
God, I thought you took care of that last summer.
Well, she signed up for my medieval poetry class. She sits in the front row. What am I supposed to do?
You're supposed to start thinking with your brain. How many times are you going to have to learn the same lesson?
She really is in love with me.
Forget it. Why'd we drop the bomb?
To end the war?
Anybody else?
I think it's pathetic. Hundreds and thousands of Japanese lost their lives for what? The ultimate display of male aggression?
Well, what about our boys? If we'd invaded Japan, how many American boys would have lost their lives?
Isn't that what war's all about? Kill or be killed?
Did this country have an ethical responsibility? Should we have warned the Japanese, even though they were our enemies, so that they could have removed innocent civilians from Hiroshima before we dropped the bomb? Anybody? The point is, who are we as Americans? What do we value? That we should win at all costs?
So what are you saying? That all war is wrong? That we never should have dropped the bomb, or what?
No, I'm saying think. Question. Look at the evidence. Get up off your complacent asses and develop an opinion of your own. Let me ask you this. In the history of this country,
There have been generations after generations of people who are willing to die for something. Is there anything that you would be willing to die for?
Great lecture, Professor B. I totally agree with you. Do you know I voted for Ralph Nader because of his stance on nuclear weapons? Hey, do you think I could buy you lunch sometime this week? Because I would love to hear your thoughts on the Army McCarthy hearings.
If you show up for the lecture next week, you can hear them for free. What is it exactly that you want from me, Miss Brophy?
Well, I'm applying to PhD programs in history
It's
for
a
next
letter
year.
of recommendation you want. We don't have to actually eat together. You can just leave the forms in my box. Heads up. Heads up. Shot.
Yes.
Take a shot. And the crowd goes crazy, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, Max. What a surprise.
Excuse me.
Hey, Max, come here. Remember that guy, that Dagmar Reinhold over at Williams? Bio professor worried about tenure?
Yeah, the guy that put the gun in his mouth and blew his forehead off.
Frank just had lunch with him.
Really? How's he doing?
Great. You can hardly see the scar. And they finally gave him tenure.
No kidding. Who would have thought that getting a frontal lobotomy would put you on the fast track for job security?
Oh, by the way, sorry to hear about that Jaffe chair. Department politics are a bitch.
Max, there you are.
Ah, Madam Presidente.
Excuse us.
Sure.
Gil wanted to say hi.
No, he didn't.
Okay, he didn't, but no one ever talks to me these things, and it makes me anxious. Gil, honey, here's Max.
Hello, Max.
Hey, Gil.
How the kids?
Great. How's the book?
Coming along.
Oh, his editor's thrilled. He thinks he's going to win the Pulitzer.
Only took you 15 years.
Yeah. You hear about Judy? 60 Minutes wants to do a piece. African American women in the Ivy League.
Whatever. If it'll help me raise our endowment, I'll do anything. Oh, Andrea! Oh, she made it. Excuse me. How are you?
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Gilbert Bryant.
Eric Bettis.
You new to Chadwick this fall?
Not exactly.
Would you both excuse me?
That's my little honey bun. Get a load of honey bun tonight. I'm speaking of
Schuyler was becoming convinced that the world had somehow changed, tilted, just slightly, and he didn't like it. On the other hand, no one else seemed to notice.
I've been in this department half my life. Don't they owe it to me? They gave it to her.
Well, maybe she's better, more qualified.
Oh, come on. I taught her. You know what this is? This is ageism. This is reverse sexism, playing to the students. And then this thing with Steve. Oh, my God. What am I supposed to feel about this? I never thought he'd go through with it. I feel like my best friend has died, and I'm still faced with him every day in some unrecognizable form with breasts.
Sounds to me like you're building a case for your next drink.
Ah, well, don't why me? I mean, geez. I've been through enough crap already.
I don't know, man. Why not you? What makes you think you don't get to be disappointed and hurt? It's part of having a life. Everyone experiences loss. 4 years ago, you didn't even have a life. So screwed up, you almost killed yourself. And you get going on this self-pity trip, you're gonna be drinking again.
Well, maybe that wouldn't be such a bad idea.
All right, then drink. No, nobody's stopping you. Go ahead, kill yourself. Lewis, how many lunches you gonna eat? Look, Max, I'm not here to listen to you whine about how you've been wrong. I'm your sponsor, trying to give you some perspective. Where's your sense of gratitude, man?
In the toilet.
All right, then you got some work to do. Just pick it up and step it off, man. Be grateful you got a life to lose.
You waiting for me?
No, I came by to help Lester with his homework. He's having a hard time with participles. Mrs. Moncrief had a headache, so I told her she could leave.
Whoa, wait, hey, don't go. Don't worry, I'll make you a sandwich.
No, it's okay. I've got some econ to do. I should go.
How about a pancake? I'll make you some banana pancakes.
Whatever. It all seems so pointless and irrelevant. I mean, if my life's gonna be music, what does econ or comp lit have to do with anything?
It has everything to do with it. Chris Christopherson was a Rhodes Scholar. Mick Jagger went to the London School of Economics.
Before I was born.
Sting.
Sting?
Sting was a teacher.
He's probably older than you are, Dad.
You want to be a great songwriter? You have to learn how to articulate a vision well. That's what a good liberal arts education can do for you.
Vision.
Yeah, vision. Musician without vision is really boring and irrelevant. The more you see, the more you know. The more you know, the more you can
Okay. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
How's your roommate?
She listens to Britney Spears. Need I say more?
You know that Prez is trying out for the basketball team?
He told me.
I think he's gonna make it. Out of sheer will and determination. I mean, he's never really been that coordinated.
I think I might be pregnant. Obviously, I have some decisions to make.
Well, you should have made some of those decisions before you slept with the guy.
But they're my decisions! It's not about you, Dad.
Oh, it sure as hell is!
I just told you because I might need money.
Now...
That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about great reading lists. Excuse me, ladies. I'll talk to you later. Professor. I looked for you last night at the party, but you
the last
disappeared.
person I expected to see back in Chadwick, Miss Haskell.
Is
Harvard not living up to its promise?
Well, the Jaffe Chair was an offer I couldn't refuse, and I like the program here. I've always liked it. And Harvard's a dead end for someone like me. Well, you have to admit, it's a little ironic.
What?
The two of us ending up on the same faculty, teaching together.
Why? You were always one of my better students. Although I could never understand your fascination with pop culture.
It's still there.
So I've heard.
Well, we should get together and have dinner one night.
You know, I've
now
got a
that we're
class right now. I
colleagues.
can't talk. I'll talk to you soon.
Professor, it's not going to be a problem for you now that I'm here, is it?
No. Why would it be?
Max, you've saved me a
Not
trip.
now, McKinney.
No, this is good news. In all the excitement yesterday, I forgot to mention. Your colleagues have determined you'd be the perfect choice to take over as chairman of the department when my tenure ends this month.
No way.
Max, this is an honor. It's an important, high-visibility position. You interface with faculty, students, you set curriculum. I think this would be good for you.
Not on your life. I'm a teacher. If you wanted the illusion of power, I would have become a political suck-up a long time ago.
Thank you. Fact is, everyone with tenure has to do it, so you really don't have a choice. Joanne here goes with the office. She knows where all the bodies are buried.
I'm not doing it.
Oh, damn it. Max, hey, Miss Redgate has apparently appealed a grade of yours to the Dean of Faculty.
You gotta be kidding.
I'm afraid not. And with the emphasis on student retention, there is some concern that a perception of inequitable grading... Perception of inequitable grading could affect enrollment. Not to mention the legacy issue. I'm sure you walk past the Redgate Science Center several times a day.
I was under the impression that the faculty here had the intellectual freedom to grade as they saw fit.
Max, no one's saying otherwise. Just help me out here. Make this go away.
Awash in impotent rage, Schuyler moved down the hallway, even his own shoes seeming to squeal, "Loser, loser." He counted the floor tiles and wondered if he were developing an obsession with parallel lines.
Hey,
Hi.
got your message. What are we doing here?
My landlady won't let us rehearse at my place anymore. Janine said we could use her place.
Oh, who's Janine?
Oh, this girl I met at that gig we did out in Bedford.
You guys going out?
Not really.
1, 2, 3, 4.
a minor, not a major,
I thought
please?
that's what I was doing.
Give me a second, guys.
Hope you're wearing your earplugs.
What are you doing here?
I went to your place. I saw Adam's note on the door.
Dad!
Hey, I wanted to talk to you.
I hope this isn't the condom lecture.
Well, it's a little late for that one, isn't it? Now look. Honey, there's no way I'm not going to be a part of this. Mom would have been a part of this.
My mother is dead. This is none of your business.
It is my business, or you wouldn't have mentioned it to me in the first place. Now, honey, I'm your father. Please tell me what I can do to help you.
Go away. Just leave me alone. Okay, I'm ready. Hold on a second.
What made me think that I could survive all the wear and tear? It's not my thing to stand here and pose for some William Tell. I wish you well. I wish you love.
Professor Bickford, you wanted to see me?
Yes. Come in, please, Jennifer. Have a seat. The Dean of Faculty has asked me to review my grade on your paper.
Thank you.
Having reviewed it, I'm going to stand by my original grade of B+.
That's not fair.
No, what wouldn't be fair is if I raised your B+ to an A, thereby devaluing every other student who rightfully earned an A.
You don't understand. I need an A. I have to get into Harvard Law School. My father went to Harvard Law School. My brothers go to Harvard Law School. I need that A.
Well, I need to be 37 years old and have a beautiful wife and have a lot more hair on my head. But those things aren't going to happen, Miss Redgate, any more than your A is.
You are the worst professor that I have ever had.
Every time you open your mouth, I'm going to lower your grade.
My family has been a pillar in this.
B-.
You're insane. You can't do
C+.
this. My grandmother built
C.
it. We could have you fired.
C-.
Stop it.
D+. You think I'm kidding? I'm not.
You are a mean,
D.
pathetic, horrible,
D-.
old man.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to an F. And there's nothing more to say about that, except goodbye.
Hey, Neil.
Hey. How'd tryouts go?
Good. Made a couple baskets. Had some good moves.
All right. When do they let you know?
I think tomorrow.
Where's Dad?
Late class.
Hey, do you remember how sometimes when Dad had late class, Mom used to take us to the drive-in?
Kind of.
She always ordered a triple thick strawberry milkshake.
I could make you a grilled cheese sandwich.
Okay.
No, come on.
Max, we need to talk.
Yeah, class. How about later?
How about now?
All right. I have 2 minutes.
You've been avoiding me, Max, and I want to know why. Okay, I know why. I want to know why you. You've always been supportive, Max. You said if it feels right in your gut, do it.
I never said that. You said that. You said I need to be a woman that feels right in my gut. I said, then do it.
Whatever. Now you're acting uncomfortable around me. It hurts me.
Oh, for God's sake. You decide you want to be a woman, fine. But don't expect me to be okay about it.
I'm not asking you to be okay about it. I guess I expected a little bit more. I mean, you've had a year and a half to get used to the idea.
Well, the idea is one thing, and the reality is...
Max, I am the same person.
No, you're not. You're a woman. And maybe you are. And, God, I don't know. I am... Oh, my life is so... I guess I would be more comfortable talking to Steve about it.
Okay. 1963, an African-American novelist and playwright named James Baldwin published an essay in the form of a letter to his nephew on the 100th anniversary of the Emancipation Proclamation. This was the first time, for all intents and purposes, that an articulate and enraged black voice was heard by white America. You were born where you were born and faced the future that you faced because you were black and for no other reason. The limits of your ambition were thus expected to be set forever. You were born into a society which spelled out with brutal clarity and in as many ways as possible that you were a worthless human being. You were not expected to aspire to excellence. You were expected to make peace with mediocrity. Wherever you turn, James, in your short time on this... What the hell is so funny, Miss Pratt?
Huh?
Every time I look at you, you're laughing. You're laughing at me, huh?
I wasn't laughing at you.
Wait. You think I wouldn't notice? This material is not a joke.
I'm sorry. We were just looking
And
at...
if you can't shut the hell up, then get the hell out of my classroom. And that goes for the rest of you, too.
You resigned?
Yep.
I don't think that's a very good idea, Max.
Well, I don't really care what you think, Judith.
May I ask why?
It's not about the chair, if that's what you're thinking.
Really? Are you drinking again?
Nope. Not that it's any of your business.
Then what is it? Tell me.
It's just not happening for me anymore, okay? Teaching-wise. Maybe I don't get these kids. Maybe they don't get me. All I know is there's no connection. I'm no longer relevant.
So you're just gonna pack up your toys and go home?
That's right.
So what? You think you're just gonna go out and get a job somewhere else? Do you have any idea what the academic job market is like today?
I'm pretty sure I can find something somewhere.
What about Lester? And Nell? She just started college. Her tuition's paid here.
Nell hates Chadwick, so she'll be relieved, and Lester is very adaptable. Bickford. Yeah, she's right here.
Hello? No, I can't talk to him right now. Have him call me back this afternoon. You know why you didn't get the Jaffe chair? Because you become isolated. You've been teaching the same 3 courses for 20 years. A lot of history's happened since the Vietnam War, Max.
Why are you saying this to me, Judith? We used to be on the barricades together. We believed in something. These kids today, they care about the environment. They care about saving the whales. They don't want their mascara tested on some cute little bunny. But they seem not to care about social justice and the fact of human suffering. And look at, what about you? Judith, you've become everything we used to hate. A careerist.
That's unfair to me and to them. While I've been having the career, you've been hiding out here in the American Studies department, losing touch with why you went into teaching in the first place. Max, you used to say that starting a new class is like falling in love. You used to lie awake at night, thinking about the class, things to say to your students, ways that touch them, excite them, move them. Don't you remember what that feels like?
Bickford.
Hello. Oh, hi, Bob. Yes, I was expecting your call. Yes, I was thrilled when Roger told me of your interest. We can arrange a meeting next week. That's just wonderful.
Dr. Haskell, in the interest of full disclosure, I want you to know I absolutely do not support you getting the Jaffe chair. As a matter of fact, I want to go on record as being completely opposed to your being hired by this department.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Professor. You were, after all, one of the main reasons I went into American Studies. I was quite inspired by you.
Well, that's very nice. You may say you were inspired by me, but you took everything I taught you and turned it on its ear. I taught you haute cuisine. You went and opened a McDonald's.
Haute cuisine? My ass. Be honest, Professor. You're just threatened because I've actually written books more than 5 people have read.
That's because you're an academic sellout, Dr. Haskell. I read your book on class and gender and the music of Bruce Springsteen. You really think that that's serious scholarship?
Well, if you were checking me out, maybe you should have read my books on sexual violence in the American culture or my piece on the politics of sentiment. Believe me, I put just as much intellectual rigor into my work as you do into your glorification of the dead white guys.
I teach a hell of a lot more than the dead white guys, but need I remind you that without the dead white guys, we wouldn't have democracy?
Popular culture reflects the values of a people. It has just as much validity as what you teach.
It's not history. It's current events. Now, there are a lot of people in this department who agree with you. I, however, am not one of them.
Max, this is all because we slept together, isn't it?
No, Andrea, it's because this chair was mine. Hey.
Hey, Dad.
How's it going?
Okay.
Hey, nice shot. Looking good.
Yeah, well, I didn't make the team.
Oh, no.
It's no big deal.
It isn't, huh?
No, there's lots of guys bigger than I am.
Well, I guess the important thing is you tried.
Yeah. I'm still growing, you know. Coach says if I work on my jump shot and get a little faster and try it again next year. You know, Dad, basketball's a lot harder than it seems. I just want to get good at it.
At that moment, Schuyler admired his son more than any other human being he could think of. And he was humbled. I may be an angry man, McKinney, but I'm not a completely foolish one. You know, I have made no secret of the fact that I'm disturbed about the direction this department has taken. We are in the business of teaching young people to think with a critical mind. Big responsibility. It's a war. Maybe it takes a better man than you to fight it.
Max, what the hell are you talking about?
I'm not ready to quit. It's as simple as that. And if that means taking on the chairmanship of this department and all of the crap that entails, okay, so be it. What the hell? It's my turn.
I have here a letter of resignation dated yesterday.
What letter of resignation? I like diet soda in the morning, and I only write with black ballpoint pens. And I'm thinking of adding a new seminar to my course list. Dead white guys. Why they still matter. Damn it. You want to stay for dinner?
Can't. You know that thing I told you the other night?
Yeah.
False alarm.
Hold it a minute.
Dad, I gotta study.
Just hold on. You don't come in here and then just drop stuff like this on me and walk out.
Sorry, I thought you'd be happy.
What is the matter with you? I just spent the last 2 days not sleeping over this. And now it's over and we go on to the next crisis that I'm not allowed to have any say.
Look, I told you because I thought you'd care, not because I wanted you to try and control things. Next time, I won't even tell you.
Whoa, wait. Hold on.
Nell! Nell!
She's okay, Dad.
I know. What about you? You okay?
Yep.
And for that, Skylar felt grateful.
War is nasty. War is fun. War is thrilling. War is drudgery. War makes you a man. War makes you dead. Now, from 1969 through 1970, Tim O'Brien was an infantryman in the Quang Ngai province of Vietnam, just 2 years in his young life. He's been writing about it ever since. I'm about the same age as Tim O'Brien, but I managed to get out of going to Vietnam. And I've been troubled by that decision ever since. Was it courageous of me to object? Or would it have been more courageous of me to go? Even though I absolutely felt that it was a bad war. Terribly wrong for us to be involved, a huge mistake. I didn't go to Vietnam. Someone else went in my place. Think about that a lot. Now, the Vietnam War may seem like ancient history to you. It's pretty personal history to me. And it all may seem irrelevant, but you're wrong. Because when you know history, you can take your place in it. When you know history, all the problems of your life are placed in a larger context. Now, all I'm trying to offer you is a way to approach the world with a critical eye and a clear mind. Now, what you do with it, well, maybe you'll become more humane, more compassionate people. I hope so. But what you do with it, in the end, is up to you. I just teach history. Okay, now, the take-home midterms are due on Friday. Contrary to popular rumor, I will not have a review session. And please, read my lips. No link. Okay? Thanks very much.